I've always wanted to work with computers since I was little, but regardless of my love for tech, when I started learning to code, I was frustrated a few times, I lost motivation a few times, and I cried as well. Programming can be really overwhelming, can be really exhausting, and one of the reasons why this happens is because of the field that we're in. Tech is a field that keeps evolving a lot and things continue to change over time. In this video, I would be sharing a few things that I did when I was, learning to code as a beginner, things that made me stay sane, things that made me stay in check, things that helped me stay motivated throughout that journey. I'll be sharing that with you guys in this video. And currently I'm doing a giveaway and I'm going to be giving 10 lucky people something, and in this video I'm also going to be sharing what the process is like if you want to enter, and all of that. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, before we get started into the video, I would want to use this medium to check on everyone and make sure everyone is doing well mentally. I hope you are looking after yourself and taking care of your mental health. I'm aware that 2020 has been a lot for everyone in different ways, but I just hope that everyone is doing well. Hi, my name is Adora, and you are currently watching AdoraHack, where we talk about tech, career, and life. Before we get into the video, please, if you're new to this channel, you're welcome. If you have not subscribed to me, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up as well. If as you're watching this video something jumps at you, please make sure that you leave a comment. Try and engage with me in the comments. I respond to all my comments. Engage with me in the comments, share this video, like this video, and subscribe, so that as I am trying to motivate you to learn to code, you would in turn be indirectly motivating me to shoot more of these videos for you, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm an ambitious person, so when I said I was going to start learning to code, taking baby steps initially wasn't something I was interested in, because I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, why am I doing things small when I see people already doing big things? I got humbled a couple times, because before I started, let me use this term or phrase or whatever, before I started learning to code properly, I was already like, in the past I'd used like Visual Basic before, use it to do like math related stuff. Like, I had followed a couple tutorials and I had done HTML and CSS before, and a couple things in like my school textbook and all of that. I don't know where it came from, in my head, that I thought that I could jump into Java and just land on my feet and be good. I didn't have like any proper Java orientation. I hadn't learned programming properly. There were lots of things that I was supposed to have done that I hadn't done, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start learning this Java thing. So what do? I go on YouTube. This was, I'm not going to say the year, but this was years ago, right? I go on YouTube and then I see all these tutorials that had, all these tutorials from all these university tutorials from all these Indian students that year that saved a lot of us. Yes, so I'll go and take all these tutorials, learn one small part, how to build a maybe login system. I'll go take another tutorial, learn one small part of how to do something else. I'll go take another tutorial, learn one small part, and I'll be doing everything in the same program, yeah? So it's like, what I was trying to do in that time is like a sellotape that was holding it. And like, when I build all these things that are supposed to be in the same app differently, when it's now time, so in my head I'll not think that, okay, when I'm done I'll now find a way to you know, tie everything together and it should work. You know, when it's now time, you'd see that, like I said, it's sellotape that is hanging this thing from scattering. And when you now mistakenly bring in something, so it's like I've coupled a lot of things together, sellotape is, you know, doing this. I've coupled a lot of things together, sellotape is holding it. When I want to join those two things together with another tape, but I want to put some part, like when I want to properly make it flow, in the course of accidentally removing the sellotape, I will scatter everything. So like using that ideology, it was a mess for me technically. I'll copy code, I'll get errors in some places, I'll try to Google those errors, I'll find, you know, some solution, I'll find solutions to some of those errors, some I will not find. It was a terrible experience, and behold, it's not even like at that time I knew how to actually Google things properly. You know, I was a lot younger, I was a student, very inexperienced, a lot of things, and like this whole experience, like one silly mistake in trying to build my sellotape app and everything could just go wrong, and this whole experience was a very terrible experience. Oh god. It's not working. And at some point I got really frustrated, I got really demotivated. So now imagine me then, this type of person that really wanted to code but was very impatient, just wanted to get to the end real quick and not focus on what the journey was, not actually try and learn the things properly, just want to skip to the part where everything is good and I'm coding and I'm building websites, and I've maybe, because that time I was really big on entrepreneurship as well, so I was like, okay, I'm going to create something for myself with tech and I'm going to become someone that owns a business, and I'm just going to be in my house, literally on my bed, swimming in money. I don't know who I was as a child, but I was big on entrepreneurship then, and these were like all the things I had in my head. So imagine that person with all those dreams, all those fantasies, and also that lack of patience. And imagine who I am now. How did I get from that person to who I am now? I'm not perfect, I'm still learning, we all learn, but I'm also still very impatient, by the way, but I have learned a few things and I have decided to cut myself some slack when necessary sometimes. So let's just think about it. You might be someone currently going through this phase, maybe not exactly because those times were different. Even if you are currently experiencing what I experienced then, you might be experiencing it differently. Now there's so much information on the internet that can make your learning not as painful as mine and other things, but either way it might still be stressful. And I'm going to be telling you a few things that I did in that time to actually keep myself going and help motivate me. And the first thing that was important for me was, anytime I start feeling like, man, this is not it, can I just, like, I don't know, go and do music? Because I don't like kini bogbele, need to real alone, like I'm done, I'm tired, like can I just go and be a singer please? Because I sing well, like I have a really good voice, so like can I go and do that? I can't be stressing, I can't.
This life I can't kill myself, I can't kill myself, yeah. I can't kill myself, allow me to,
you know. But you need to go back, you know, think about the why, essentially. Why did I want to be a software engineer? Why did I choose to work with computers as opposed to working in any other? I mean, many fields today require you to work with computers, but when I meant working with computers then, I meant being a software engineer, so, or a programmer, because that's what I used to call it then. Why did I think being a programmer was a good thing as opposed to any other career path? And it's simple. I've always wanted to be able to create things that a lot of people can use and that makes a lot of impact for a lot of people. I've always wanted to be among teams and among people, groups of people that solve, you know, really amazing problems and create opportunities for other people, because I don't know, I'm big on people. I like helping people. That was my why, and that always kept me going at every single point, every single time. So you need to figure out, you know, what your why is. Why am I even here in the first place? If money is your why, it's okay. That's perfectly fine. Excuse me. Let nobody tell you nothing. It's okay. Money can hello. See, you can enjoy life. You know, you say, beat your chest and say, my name is Obiageli Obianuju. I came to this world to eat, and I came when this world was good. And even if the world is not good, find a way to shout. You came to this world to eat, Sha. Your name is Obiageli. You came to eat. You come, you eat money while doing other things, Sha, and then you go. So if money is your motivation, it's fine. Don't feel some type of way or whatever. But just figure out your why, Sha. After figuring out your why, another thing that is very important to do is, you know, what am I doing saying sorry? I don't get. Another thing that's very important to do is learn the fundamentals. I can't say this enough, yo. Learn the fundamentals. Don't be like me to jump straight into a calculator without knowing how to declare a variable and why variables are even declared in programs. Because me, I'll just go and do copy paste, like, you get. You understand? I take from here, put there, copy, paste, and then I wouldn't really understand why this thing that is being done is done. So like, I don't understand loops, I don't understand conditional statements, I don't even understand declaring a variable. I'm just there. Do you understand? So you need to understand the fundamentals. It's a very important thing, understanding the fundamentals. And two things that I would really recommend that would help you based on how you are. Based on how you are, based on, you know, what is easy for you, what's comfortable for you, what makes you enjoy learning better. You can choose to watch videos, or you can choose to read a book. Nowadays there are a lot of video courses on computer science fundamentals, and there are also a lot of books on computer science fundamentals, programming fundamentals, all of these things. So you can figure out, you know, what works and do it. In that time, I was reading. I read a few books about, you know, I read a few introduction to programming books. I read a few introduction to computer science, introduction to Java books. I read books, and these actually, you know, helped me, because before I would see somebody creating a class and you know, creating an instance of that class and, you know, calling methods, you know, setting different properties, and I'll just be wondering, shall be okay, the person did this thing, yeah, I'm doing it. But like, I never really understood why. But like, understanding the basics of programming and all these things, you know, which data structure to use where, why you are doing this as opposed to this, even helps you be a better programmer. Because I keep saying this thing, at the end of the day, your programming knowledge itself is like a house. Do you understand? You want to build the house you get on a solid foundation, because if you don't really have a great foundation, you probably build that house, right, get a job, be writing code and all of that, but somewhere, somehow, in the middle of nowhere, when you least expect it, your house would sink, and you don't want that to happen to you. So make sure that you understand the fundamentals, and that is like building the foundation for your programming. Like everything, you know, take things one day at a time, one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. So yeah, I just wanted to do that because at the beginning of this video, someone said I could sing. So just in case anybody thought I was lying, I wanted to quickly, you know, insert music. Alexa. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, take things one day at a time, one step at a time, so that you can, you know, small wins motivate you. Like, okay, you do one small thing, you're like, yes, I did it, and then you go ahead and you do the next small thing, and you're like, yes, I made progress, I did it. So like, small wins, baby steps one day at a time, one step at a time. It could be something as small as, okay, I'm going to make sure that this month I finish chapter 1 of this book. I'm going to make sure that next month I finish chapter 2 of this book. And you do that for 3 consecutive months, and like, I'm going to challenge myself to finish 4 and 5 in 1 month. And then you do that and you're like, wow, baby steps. You know how they say that from clap, dance they start. Even if you want to start dancing and you are a great dancer, you don't somersault first. You know, you move shoulders small, you do this one, and before you now do the big one, I'll be like, whoa, see, she did that shit. But you will not just, you know, enter a room. Even like when you start a car, essentially, if you are throttling, right, if you are accelerating, you start from 0 and then you go up to whatever the limit is that you want to be. You don't just start the car and next thing you want 20 kilometers per hour. So slowly, and you would get there. Always remember that. I carry that everywhere with me in this life. Like, it's okay for me not to be on the same level as this person right now, because I don't even know how far it took them to get to where they are. But I know that I'm slowly moving. I'm challenging myself. I'm better than I was yesterday, and I am learning as I'm doing it, and I can see progress. I can see improvement, and that's all that matters to me, and that's all that should matter to you as well. Another thing that you should do is figure out how to make your learning sustainable. It's very, in anything you are doing in life, whatever it is has to be something that's sustainable, so that it's something that you even enjoy doing. I'm going to use my weight loss as an example. When I was starting my weight loss journey, I remember the first day I had wheat bread and boiled eggs, and I'm like, yo, this thing is not for me. I'm not interested. Why? I hate wheat bread. I can't stand boiled eggs. But somehow, over time, one day my brother just came and he brought the wheat bread, he brought the eggs, broke the eggs, made French toast for me with wheat bread and eggs. And I was able to eat that, and I ate it well. And I started, you know, and I really understood something from that. For him, it was just a thing that he did so that, you know, my sister can eat this thing and enjoy it. But for me, it was more a lesson, right? At that point, I'm like, I can actually do this weight loss thing. I just need to find alternatives to things, right? And I need to make it, you know, fun for me, sustainable. For some people now, if there's no music when they are gymming, they'll get tired and they'll stop, because music is what keeps them going. These are different scenarios in life. You can transfer that to your programming scenario as well. You need to find what can help your learning be sustainable. And one of those things, you know, could be that, well, I'm going to be learning with videos. I enjoy videos a lot, so I need to find a way to use, you know, videos to learn. I'm not about to read books. I find that reading is boring, and if I try to read, I wouldn't be able to, you know, sustain this whole programming thing. I'm going to, you know, try and find people that explain all these things in bits. I'm going to, you know, once a day, when I make this, create programming games that even help me learn these concepts better. Like, whatever it is you want to do, last is your life, and you know what works best for you. So just go ahead and do it. Next thing is project-based learning. And I would advise project-based learning once you've learned the fundamentals. And that's probably like, you know, once you've learned the fundamentals, you know about, you know, programming things, then you can now follow a course. Because most courses actually follow the project-based learning rule. Is books that like teach the fundamentals in a way that just teaches the fundamentals. But most videos I've seen, most video courses, they actually follow the, you know, they go with this whole project-based learning agenda. So you can do project-based learning with these things, you know, and it helps, you know, it really helps. So you would understand, because now it removes the theory and puts you in the practical. So you now have theory, like you would understand what this thing is in theory. Like, oh, in theory, in an ideal software engineering situation, I should be able to do XYZ. But oh, in practice, I can't do this because of this. But if I do this, I'll be able to do it this other way. And like, it just helps you apply your knowledge better when you work on projects. You know, that's what thing that project-based learning, you know, gives you. And it motivates you like crazy as well, because now you're not just reading something and everything is entering your head, but you are learning something, and you are learning something, and you are building something. Another thing I would want to say is join a community. Find people that you can learn with. Find friends that you can make along the way. This could be a huge source of motivation, because you can figure out that, oh wow, I'm not in this alone. There are other people like me. Or, oh wow, I'm not in this alone. There are other people that were like me last year, 2 years ago, 4 years ago, and now they're doing this thing that I really want to do. That means that I can do it too, right? I mean, I remember when I wanted to start driving as well. The first time I tried to learn to drive, but that didn't go so well. I was scared. I never drove again. But then when I was close to like my final year, I'm like, I don't understand. Many people were telling me that, you know, sis, look at Lagos Road. There's traffic every day. It means that the people on Lagos Road can drive. And these people that can drive, they don't have two heads. So you too, you can learn to drive if you want to. So that's how I think about it. These people that have done this thing that I want to do, they are human beings too. So I want it, I can go ahead and try to do it, and I can do it. So always remember that. There's so many really nice communities that you can join. I remember that at that time, okay, it does not exist anymore, but I used to go to Idea. Anybody that knows, Idea is right beside CC Hub in Yaba. So when Idea is having like some of those their community, I don't want to call them meetups, but those, you know, get together things that they used to have, where the different, I don't know, incubators are coming to talk about maybe the different things that they're building, or people are just coming to share tech related things. I had a friend that was working there. He's now in Canada. He has left Lagos for you people. I had a friend that was working there at the time, so I would go, like he would invite me there, I would come there, and you know, I would meet other people. I met a few people that even helped me in my whole learning to code thing properly at that time, and it was like generally an amazing thing. But I mean, Idea does not exist anymore. But recently, at some point, I lost touch like with the whole, you know, community thing, and then I got back into tech communities last year, ending of 2018. That's like almost 2 years ago. And what I did was I simply just went to meetup.com to find communities that were closest to me. Just go on Twitter. There's this Zikoko article. I'm going to leave that article in the description, so that you know how you identify tech bros. Just go on Twitter and say, I heard that there are tech bros that don't bath. They'll roast you, but when they finish roasting you, the people that roasted you are programmers, so you can go and check their bio. Oh, this person is running this community. Oh, this person works here, and that's oh my god, I'm very silly. Oh, this person works here, and that's how you get to know, you know, about more communities and meet more people in said communities. Also, speaking about communities, one of the communities I run is called Unstack. And we are currently going to be doing the Unstack conference November 6th and November 7th. I'm going to leave the registration link in the description bar as well. I would encourage you to register. It is a free conference and it's packed with amazing speakers, and this is something that I would encourage anyone that doesn't really have plans. Even if you have plans, that you can move, please move it. Yeah, you heard me. I said so. It's a virtual conference, by the way, so don't worry, we're not sharing corona. Come learn about technology, make new dev friends, you know, continue your learning journey, your whole learning process, and all of that. And who knows, this might just be one of the things that could help you, you know, get motivated into doing tech. And I hope that I see you there. Hey, so right into the giveaway that I talked about. You know the Unstack conference that I mentioned in this video? Yes, that one. Yeah, we have a platinum sponsor, and this sponsor is Pluralsight. Pluralsight, thank you so much for sponsoring our event. They're giving us, you know, a lot of coupon codes that we can give to people, and this gives you 6 months access to Pluralsight to do whatever you want to do on the site, learn whatever you want to learn, take as many courses as you want to. This is your time. All you have to do is register for this conference and leave a comment under this video telling me why this coupon will mean a lot to you, why you should get these codes as opposed to somebody else. Something to mention: if you win this, you have until the end of the year to activate these codes, and if you don't, they go away completely. So I would advise you that please, if you don't need it, don't enter for it, so that somebody else that actually needs it can enter and can use it. I would advise you, if you are registering for the conference, make sure that you're using the same email to register that you're using to leave that YouTube comment, so that it will be easy for me, you understand? Because if you use a different email, I might not know who is who, and you left a comment on my YouTube but you did not register for the conference, and then I will not be sure, and then I won't give it to you. Do a few things for me. First of all, go and register for the Unstack conference. Then, or you can leave a comment on this video first, since you're already watching this, right? Leave a comment on this video, register for the Unstack conference. When you're leaving a comment on this video, tell me why this thing is very important to you, and I would announce the winner soon. Thank you and bye. I mean, thank you all for watching this video till the end. If you liked it, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, so that I am, you know, excited, you know, and happy to shoot more of these videos, you know, for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to me at this point, please make sure that you subscribe to me. I'll really appreciate it. Share this video to all your friends so that my channel can grow. You know, you watch this video, people watch it, my channel grows, I'm happy, and as I am in turn motivating you to code, you would in turn motivate me to shoot more videos for you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.